doing the job I want. But anyway, so let's get right into it. We are live. I'm gonna be it for a couple minutes and see if anybody has a question. If anybody has a question, just put it in the comments so we can live session and finish it before it's too late. Okay. So T visa, the way I see it, I just look at it. It's a legislation. Basically, it was passed. So in order to end something like that, you have to go to Congress. So which it's not going to be easy. Even if you control both House and Senate, you still have to get 60 votes. So if you have 50 people who are Republicans, then you have to get 10 other people who are Democrats, which I don't think he's going to be able to get 10 people as Democrats to side with him so they can end T visa. I don't think so. When it comes to birth citizenship, that's a debate too. Basically, the power, birth citizenship rights is a power that was given to us by the Constitution, the amendment. What he's trying to say is that he's trying to interpret that differently, but still he's going to face a lot of opposition because they're going to say that, well, then you have to amend the Constitution, and in order to amend the Constitution, you have to get at least 2/3 vote. Yeah. The thing that Trump is going to do is that for a fact. He's going to do that. At least not all the 11 million undocumented people, but at least some people will be deported. That's just like facts. Another thing he's going to do is travel ban. He's going to really hard to get in. And he's going to limit legal immigration. That he can do. He's going to go back to Humane Mexico policy. He's going to end those temporary status, all those things, those humanitarian parole. That's just like with an executive order and all that. So, but when it comes to other stuff, it's just going to be difficult for him. He started that birth citizenship when 2016. They started, but it's not that easy. They didn't go that far. So we will in the border. Well, he can. The wall, he can do that because you just need money. The matter of Fernandez recently from BIA might affect the defective notice argument for Denise Chavez. It might affect, but the thing is, if you already, because my understanding that you're already on the individual hearing, which means the already been taken, so there's nothing about it they can do. They can't go back to the PD request, so not the PD, the master hearing to take the pleadings when you're already on the individual. So basically, in your case, they decided that it was defective. Now it's a matter of winning the actual argument of cancellation of removal that you're trying to make. I don't think it's going to affect that. Yeah, DHS can now correct it. We know that, but for your particular case, you were already taken, so they can't go back retroactively to take the pleadings again. So yeah, so now it's just a matter of the argument. I wouldn't be worrying about. For a new person, yes, I worry because they can correct it. But for you, your specific case, no, I wouldn't be concerned about it. Can Trump end B1, B2? Share a shock. VAWA, can Trump end B1, B visa? No, but he can make it difficult for people to get in the US. With those travel bans and all, and the requirement to have money in the account. Remember, he had policy where the person who's coming to the US have to pay 10,000, like a like a down payment or something, caution, or in order to come as a tourist. Yeah, it's gonna make those policies hard. And then people who came and had medical bills, they have to pay their bills first before coming back again, right? So that for sure. Can Trump start interview for VAW and TV? For VAWA, yes, as already said, they're starting interviewing next month. Starting December, they're going to interview people. Once they look like the case is a fraud, once they suspect fraud, they'll send you an interview letter. Especially for people who have both, the people who have both VAWA and green card pending. Yes, the interview will be there. Anybody else? We're trying to answer questions here. Please get in. Let me know if you have a question. It's a Sunday. I'm not trying to be here for a long time. So, but anyway, if you have a question, just put it in the comments so we can answer your question. This is the second live because I started one horizontal. I think I did. So I had to stop and start another one because I didn't know what I was doing with that. Interview for T visa. He can do that. Yeah, he can do that. Not like, yeah, that's just policy. They can come up with policy saying we are going to be interviewing people for T visa. They can do that. That's no problem because they're going to do it for VAWA. So that's not like a big to overcome. Like they can do that easily. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? We don't see people here. Maybe nobody's, it's 1:33. That's a good to do a live on a Sunday. What do you mean change administration for next election? Everybody, when they get to power, they come with their new people, which is like for everybody. Change constitution. And the constitution doesn't get changed like that. You have to get both, amend the constitution. You have to get both the Congress and the Senate. No, I don't think so. Shirik Shak, I don't know. I'm not psychic, okay? I don't know. Does education degree on essential list have an impact on immigration proceedings outcome? I don't understand that question. First of all, I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand that question. If you can rephrase it. When people go to removal proceedings, sure, check. We have to wait and see, right? What he's gonna do. In order to do that, he has to get that power has to come from the Congress. It's just like a reform. So you have to introduce the bill, then has to be voted. Yeah. But anyway, isn't it Trump coming in 4 days? We will know for sure everything he said, whether he's going to do it or not. So it's not like that far away. right? To know it's not that far. By the way, I only see one like. Please like, please share. I don't like. Please like, please share so we can continue with this live session. My question is similar to Sheriff. Well, Trump said a lot of things, right? The reality is some other things. In order for it to become reality, it has to pass both the Senate and the House. Well, you can pass the House, but the Senate requires 60 votes. Remember, Trump administration, how many people they have in the Senate? Maybe 52, right? They're gonna need 8 more people from the Democratic side. They might get people, but not all 8. They might even get 7 people, but not all 8. So which means a lot of reforms are not gonna pass if they don't get enough vote from the Senate. So, but when it comes to him saying, well, I'm gonna Supreme Court, that has to pass to Congress. That's not by an executive order. It's going to be challenging. It's just going to be like, you remember this PIP and did the how do you call it? The executive order and the policy came for the PIP, and then it got challenged in court. The argument was it's basically they don't have power to do that. So the president does not have power to do all that. So, you know, it's dead now. So there are a lot of things that he will not be able to do, but there are a lot of things that he will be, especially deportation. Perhaps not all 11 millions, because it's a lot of money. It's just a lot of work, power, manpower, you know. Some things like travel ban, he can do that because he's done it before. Something like remain in Mexico policy, limiting asylum, those are the things that he will be able to do right away. So, Charles, I guess you got the question, right? The answer. I have a PhD. I hope he will give us a green card like he promised. I have to get aboard for cancer processing. We hope so too. Let's just wait and see. Between people who have criminal record but was granted defer or removal under CAT, be safe under Trump. Well, to be honest, between defer action, like the one that the person was defer removal, and withholding of removal has more weight than defer of removal. Is just like they give you a deferred status, they can take it away anytime they want. Especially if a person has criminal record, they can take that depending on what type of crimes too, right? They can take that deferred status anytime they want. Deferred status is now really it's the least safest thing. That's how I'll respond to that. Incoming administration, but it's under Convention Against Torture. But that's, you ask for my thought, right? My thought, the way I know it, withholding of removal has more weight than defer of removal. Because anytime they give somebody deferred status, they can take it away anytime for any reason. But the withholding of removal, they have to prove that, because it's really mandatory relief, they have to prove that this person will not be persecuted if they go home, because that's like a higher standard for them to prove, for the government to prove. So that's why withholding of removal has more weight than deferred action. So under Convention Against Torture, what if something like happened to a person, what I will say is that the person can always stay removal for those reasons, because it was granted under Convention Against Torture, and stuff like that. but I'm supposed to get, yes, of course, you're supposed to get due process. That's where you can fight for stay order of removal if they take away their deferred status. Because deferred status, really, they can take it anytime. So, yeah, you still have due process. Everybody who get removed, they still have due process. Unless the person is under expedited removal. But that really happened at the border, those expedited removal. As a college professor, how can you convince the judge to let you stay? Letter of support from colleague and student. Yeah, you can convince the judge in a way that the work you've been doing, like if you're a college professor, your dean showing to say to talk about your contribution as a professor at that college. If you get something from the dean, yeah, that has more credibility than something from the school. Yes, they'll have, but from the dean it has more credibility because they can talk about your contribution as a professor in that school on a larger scale. But you can get from the student to the student you have helped. They can testify, your contribution. But most likely, dean, it's better. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Please share on your WhatsApp. Please share on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook. Please share on your social media. Yeah, please. ICE publicize name of immigration detention center. Can this be a good defense strategy given the impact it has? I think when ICE published, remember that case when the people went there, they sued ICE, but they didn't win. I remember they did not win. Remember we were trying to get like some type of relief in court based on the fact that those name was published, private stuff like that, under privacy. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't win because a lot of people sue ICE. They did not win. Hello, good morning. Good morning. How are you, Veronica V. Lagos? How are you this Sunday? OP Maconia. Can you help with EB2 V2NY petition? Yes, I can help with that. I've done it a lot for DACA recipients, especially entrepreneurs. But yes, I can help with that. Please schedule your consultation. Just all my links are on my description box. Just schedule a consultation so we can talk about what your case more likely to be approved. Okay. What else we have here? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we have more questions. Yeah, this live session, I'm doing it on my phone. Maybe the noise are all over the place. And this is like vertical because I tried the horizontal and then I went to vertical anyway. So I'm doing it on my phone. Just bear with me. As long as you can ask your questions, as long as we can answer them, that's what matters, okay? Please put your contact detail here. Okay. Let's see if I can put my... Yeah, since I'm on the phone, I don't think I can do it. But anyway, my consultation link is in the description box. Just consultation. I was trying to see if I can write my email here. It doesn't let me. Okay. Motion reopen removal order based on I-130 pending. BIA deny. I-130 pending. Of course, they will deny because the I-130 hasn't been granted yet. Of course, deny. We don't do that when I-130 is pending to try to make it. First of all, in order to reopen a case, it's like they don't have to. On top of that, you have to show them why they have to reopen it. If you have something pending that hasn't been decided, I always tell people, don't even try. That's just like a waste of time. Wait at least for I-130 to be approved, then you can strategize how to do it. But if, yeah, of course they'll deny it because the I-130 hasn't been even approved yet. So what can you do? Basically, you just wait and it's approved, then you try again. Meanwhile, if the government wants deportation or you've been detained, you can always ask for stay of removal. That's a defense, and hope for it to work. And your lawyer can also file an emergency stay of order of removal as a motion with BIA directly. Sometimes it works. Smuggling, I don't know the bar for it. Smuggling, I think the waiver, smuggling, waiver, yeah, waiver. Yeah, I don't remember in my head. That's, I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, I think they can apply for a waiver. You have a 10 years bar, first of all, for that. But, you know, the waiver, that's the one that waived the 10 years. Yeah, they can try a waiver for that. We never dealt with that here. That's why I don't know a lot about it. I wish I was in Kentucky or in Indiana. Yeah, but those people, if it's just a case with USCIS, they can get a lawyer anywhere, you know. You can try, you just send them my consultation and see. Check your Yeah, just schedule your consultation. If you go on my description box, you see a consultation link. You just schedule it. I charge $170. You just schedule it. You will have a consultation. Then we'll talk about your qualifications and whether or not you'll be able to adjust after it's approved. All those things that you're concerned about, we'll talk about. Anybody that consultation with me they always say that it was worth having the consultation than just doing it by themselves. So they always do so. Yeah, just try. Just give them the you know, the consultation. It's up to them. You know, we can't force anybody, but you can just try. Give them a consultation link, especially if your case is with USCIS. You know, they can get a lawyer anywhere. And not to mention nowadays, even court, we do things online. So via WebEx, you know, it's just preferences. Like if a person wants, they'll do it. If they don't, you know, we can't force anybody. So what else? Yeah, opaque. Yeah, for the person who asked about human smuggling, yeah, you're gonna need a waiver because the it's 10 years from what I was reading here. Yeah. Okay. We got 5 more minutes left. Meanwhile, please like, please share. We got 5 more minutes left. I had a friend who did not go. Did not go where? Anita D'Souza, a friend did not go where? Anita de Souza. I have a friend who did not go to, I never heard that, unless they are a child, dependent or spouse of the principal. Never heard that. She's probably lying to you. Unless you are a child of the, the age of 21, of course. Or maybe by the time you turn 21, the case was already decided. Dependent of the principal or the spouse of the principal. Yeah. Yeah, because she was the dependent of the principal. Yeah. Because on her own, applying, never, it doesn't happen like that. Never. She should be the dependent on the case. She was the dependent, and when her family went to the interview, their asylum got granted, and automatically her asylum got granted. Or maybe her parents was here, and when they applied for asylum, she was young, and then when the asylum was, then she came by filing the form I-730. That can happen. But herself applying as an adult, not going to the interview, she's lying. It doesn't work like that. She was a dependent of somebody, either spouse or a child of somebody. Like her parent was principal. Can you answer my question, please? What question? What question? Look, I'm doing my live on my phone, so if I miss your question, just put it again. Goodness gracious. That you're going to go show. Who's going to show? So you said you asked about my opinion about convention under torture, if it's safe or not. I told you any deferred action is not safe because it can end anytime. Then you ask, do I have due process? So it's always yes. Anybody has due process. What else you ask? But it was granted under Convention Against Torture. My answer is, if you have to compare between withholding of removal and deferred CAT, withholding of removal has more weight. You see, anything that you see says defer status anytime. That's just how it works. But the question becomes, if they stop, do I have right? Yes, you have right. You can fight for it. You can file for stay of removal. Those are the things that you can do. So that's my opinion, based on what I know as knowledge. Okay. So, found inadmissible due to being caught try to cross more than once. That's a permanent bar. Usually, when somebody try to cross more than once, they have a permanent bar. They have to wait for at least 10 years prior to asking for. Trying to waive, they wait at least 10 years, try to waive it, After 10 years, then you can try to file a waiver. But that's a permanent bar for more than twice. It's a deferral, not deferred in my case. But I'm saying, right, that's my opinion. So you ask for an opinion, that's my opinion. So you have your right, you can ask for another person too, their opinion. You ask for my opinion, I gave you my opinion. Don't you see my question? Deferral, not defer. You ask for my opinion, that's my opinion. Deferral, defer is pretty much same thing. New question, what is question? What is your new question? What is your new question? New question, I put it twice. All not defer. The way I'll answer the question is, it's much easier for government to terminate that than to terminate withholding of removal. Okay, if you say, am I safe? The answer is technically, especially with a criminal record, technically not. Why? Because it's easier for a government to terminate that than withholding of removal. It's much easier for them to take an action against it than to take an action against somebody who has holding of removal. So, but they're gonna do it. That's another question, because really they have priority. They're not just gonna be all over the places. Otherwise, they're not gonna accomplish anything. Most likely, they're going to go after people who have existing order of removal, right? People who never left, people with criminal records, stuff like that. So that's their priority. So, and then the question was, well, but I see it was granted under CAT. My answer is, it's much easier for the government to terminate it than to terminate withholding of removal. Then do I have right? Of course, you have all your right. If it comes down to it, yes, you have your right to fight against it. So that's my opinion. Okay? So you can always another person for their opinion. But even if it's inadmissible, can I file? If a person basically, a person is, my answer was Shopee. Then get another opinion. If you don't have to agree with my answer. You can get another opinion. You know, CC, get another opinion. It's a free. Since 2014, will it be the part they left me? I don't think it's their priority, to be honest, because they have to go after people who have existing order of removal and they never left. And then after that, then they look into people with criminal record and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't think it's the way I see it, I don't see it as a priority. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, sorry, answer should be say inadmissible. Wherever be felt so much wave. 212 CC is basically permission to re-enter. Okay, permission to reapply, permission to re-enter. That's 212. And where the person both. If the person is outside and handed themselves inadmissible, it's like because they try to re-enter without inspection twice. Technically, they have a bar attached to it. It's bar, okay? Because of that, that's what rendered them admissible, because they have a permanent bar. That's the word they use, inadmissible, because of a permanent bar, okay? So the way, if the person is outside, what they will do, they apply for 212, permission to reapply for a visa, and then I-601 to waive that grant of inadmissibility, okay? So those two applications, yeah. If that's the answer, that's the question, yes, those two applications. Thank you, ma'am. I'm not scared. That's not my goal. I need client. Why would I scare you? That's not my goal, okay? I'm just trying to tell you the way it works. If you have to compare, because somebody else has asked that question on the comment between CAT and between of removal. So basically, the answer is this: it's much easier to terminate than to terminate withholding of removal. But the question becomes, if it comes down to it, do I have right? Yes, you have your right to fight for that. In their priority list, according to what they said, I don't think so, because they really go after, people who have existing order of removal, and then they happen to be criminal as well, stuff like that. So those would be after first. Then they try to look into other, and then undocument it as internal, right? So then they might look into other stuff, you see? Because in your case, they have to terminate it first, which is, comments against posts, which is going to take a lot of, resources for them to terminate that, because they have to terminate it first before they start again proceedings. Okay. So yeah, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to scare you. That Trump is trying to scare you, not me. I'm on the defense side. You see? I'm always on the defense. I'm on your side. I'm always on the defense side. That's how I get clients. So Trump is trying to scare you, but I'm here to defend. I mean, that's my job. So it's because I'm doing my life on my phone today. That's why I guess the noises are all over the places. But I had to do what I had to do. 38 minutes. So we're almost done. Anybody else? Let's wrap up. Almost done. Anybody else? I guess this is it for today. Please like, please share. By the way, please share. This is it for today. Until next time, bye-bye.